It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Are Trump supporters falsely getting blamed for damage? The one that's been created at the Capitol building. Yes. Well, more evidence may be exposing what the mainstream media refuses to show you. And who is the lady known as the Onion Towel Elizabeth? And why is it relevant to this conversation? Plus, why are the social media giants now deleting nonviolent groups but still allowing other known for destroying billions of dollars worth in damages? Well, let's expose some of the potential hypocrisies now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, click like, leave your comments, and don't say Joey, and definitely help us out and share this video now. Help us get past that shadow ban, all right? Well,
wait a minute, they shadow banning you?
Yeah, I know.
No surprise.
They've been doing
there.
it for quite some time now.
Hey, man,
It's almost really a compliment, right?
It's not, though. It's not a compliment.
It's an annoying compliment, but
It
you know
is.
you're doing something right.
Oh, what's up, VIP Bethany? Here, have a seat. Have a seat. We're going to get you in the rotation, all right?
Bethany!
All right, do me a favor. Just pop your head in the camera so people know who you are, all right?
any one of them.
Right in front of us.
Yeah, right in front of it.
What's up, Bethany?
Look, she just went through all the cameras. Did you see that? All right, it's all your boobs right now. Please sit down. Thank you. Okay, there she is. There she is. All right, here, grab a seat next to Bay. Grab a seat next to Bay.
Good. I'll just walk in front of everybody's cameras.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Bethany.
Hi, Bethany.
All right, so here's what's going on here. All right, there's been some controversy over who exactly entered the Capitol building during Wednesday's protest that turned into a riot at the building. So they've been labeled solely as Trump supporters by the mainstream media and the rest of the legacy media. But video footage appears to show something a little different. Let me pull up some video clips pieced together. Let's get into this right here. And again, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Where are you? I got my video clips right here. There she is. All right, and let me put it on the screen for those watching and those on iHeartRadio and all the other listening devices. If you want to see what we're looking at, just go to the Joe Padula Show Facebook page while it's still up and not deleted, and also the YouTube channel as well. Follow on BitChute and Rumble. Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
I really want to hear you say, let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, I think that's trademarked. I don't know for that, too.
You could do it. It's going to cost you about $150,000.
Yeah.
Wait, that's really a trademark thing?
Yeah.
Michael Buffett.
Come on, really?
You bet not say it too
Wow.
loud.
All right, I really don't want to hear you say it.
Trump supporters have
All right, here, let's take a look and a listen.
Trump supporters have largely been blamed for the violence against police officers and property, but video footage appears to show a different story. This video taken by NTD's on-the-ground reporters shows Trump supporters trying to stop the people smashing windows of the Capitol building and calling them Antifa. You can hear them saying, "Anyone who does this is not with us." It appears other protesters grab his leg and pull him down to stop him from breaking the window. Other videos show pro-Trump protesters booing those breaking in and calling them Antifa. This video appears to show them trying to stop the people smashing windows and shoving them towards the police. We do know that many genuine Trump supporters did make it inside the barricades of the Capitol building. A number of them say they didn't use violence to get in, but were let in. In this video, police appear to open the barricades. Zach Voorhees, a former Google employee turned whistleblower, recorded a video of a Trump supporter who left the rally after things turned violent. He claims he overheard a plot to make Trump supporters look bad.
They were dressed as Trump supporters, but I could tell by their conversation that they were looking to do, and I heard them say, we got to shake this up so that these people look bad. And I saw them break a window on the Capitol.
Wednesday night, Congressman Mo Brooks urged people to not rush judgment on who assaulted the Capitol building. Brooks said on Twitter that another congressman told him that intelligence suggested Antifa was going to try to infiltrate the rally by dressing like Trump supporters. One protester who was at the forefront inside the Capitol and witnessed a woman getting shot has been identified as John Sullivan. He told 2KUTV News that he didn't support President Trump, but attended the protest to document it. Sullivan is a Black Lives Matter activist and the founder of Insurgents USA. On January 1st, he urged comrades to show up to the January 6th march. He wrote on Twitter, "We need numbers to show up. No fascist in D.C. March against fascism. Spread the word, comrades. Hashtag F Trump, hashtag Antifa." He was also arrested in July for allegedly rioting and making threats of violence. In video captured by BG on the scene, he can be heard saying to other BLM activists that they need to rip Trump out of office and start a revolution.
We got to rip Trump out of that office right over there. I want y'all to be after me. It's time for a revolution.
Much is still unknown about who exactly smashed the windows of the Capitol and what their intentions were. An investigation is underway. Grace Coulter, NTD News.
All right, so there's just some of the information that we're going to be going over here in just a moment. Plus, again, oh my God, look at this. We have lost on Twitter over 250 followers in the last 24 hours.
Lost?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Yep.
Wow.
They're deleting so many accounts, so many people's accounts.
That's wild.
So many people. And I don't even have a large Twitter following and large Twitter audience. Most of our audience is via iHeart and Facebook. But yeah, unbelievable. But okay. Now, the word of potential actors also being brought in. What's Lawyer Wayne? What's the guy with the Chewbacca outfit?
The QAnon sham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's also going on his information, LinkedIn and stuff. Actor, voice actor, and an actor in there.
He's an actor, but he's also an activist.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. The
Activist.
activist.
Yeah.
But check this out. This is some weird stuff. You see this girl right
I
here?
like her. Did you got her audio?
Yes. So
It's a revolution.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Coach. Here, let me. Where's her video?
Do you have the video on that one?
Yeah.
They
That was
sprayed
funny.
me.
Are they
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Did they take down her video?
They might have
already?
taken down the video.
Are you kidding me?
Censorship at its
That's
finest.
not censorship. That's free comedy.
Seriously, our Constitution has no value if they're just going to keep censoring people. I mean, come on.
No, they can't censor her.
This is
She give her name, she been ever commit a crime. She's going straight to prison.
She's Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth from Knoxville.
That's what she says.
Here,
Zip code
let's
37218.
see.
Oh. Look for onion towel lady.
Onion towel lady.
Onion towel. Look at that. I type in O and onion towel lady comes on up.
First one.
Wow.
There she is.
Happened to you?
I got maced.
You got maced.
No, she didn't.
Right, she's saying she got maced by the police. Bay, you say immediately no, she didn't. Why's that?
Because her nose ain't running.
I was just going to say, she didn't look like she'd been
And the
maced.
eyes
The eyes aren't red. Yeah.
So, all right, let's play it and then we'll analyze it.
And what happened? You were trying to go inside the Capitol?
I made it like a foot inside and they pushed me out.
Number one, she rubbing her face. She don't do that when you get sprayed.
What do you do?
Water.
Water?
You water or you let it air out itself. You don't put anything else on it.
That ain't what you're supposed to, but she don't know no better.
They maced me.
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee.
And why did you want to go in?
We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution.
Wow.
What happened to you?
All right, now take a look at some of these images here. All right, there she is, right? There's the towel. There's what they're saying is an onion to make the tears. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe it's ice.
I don't think so.
It's an onion. Look at it.
That's some yellow ice. That's some pea ice right there.
Pea ice.
She rubbed all the mace onto it.
Eh?
I love the theory that it's an onion. The video's not clear
Well,
enough.
you know who else is calling it now an onion?
Who's that?
A big Trump-hating website.
Yeah.
TMZ.
Really?
A lot of people seem to think it's an
Really?
onion.
TMZ is now confirming that it is an onion.
And
Wow, that's lame.
So why would you have, quote unquote, some type of actor or actress here saying the cops, it's a revolution, right? Inciting, perhaps?
Wow.
a big chunk of ice would make sense if you got maced or something like that to rub it on your face.
Define revolution.
Yeah. Well, in her
no, I know what the definition
right,
is.
right.
Tell me what the definition is. Let's tell America. Seriously, what's a revolution? Because words matter.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, what is a revolution?
Well, here's the thing. I'm guessing, and based on like what Bay just said there, that this person did not get maced. Okay, you would see definitely some physical signs on the face if she was maced, and she's saying that the police maced her, right? So, well, the police maced me. I'm trying to build up anger to whoever's out there and sympathy for me, a young lady who got maced by the cops, and we're storming the Capitol. Well, it sounds like a little too much of a setup to me.
I don't know. I hope she reaches out to us. I'd like to ask.
I would. She's in Knoxville. I'd love to get her on the show.
If my theory that it's ice is right, that makes sense. I would put ice on myself after.
Shane, I saw your hand raised.
The microphone.
So back on the subject of the people breaking into the Capitol.
Yes.
Lavon Marie Ullman.
What's up, Lavon? How you doing?
I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, but
well, saying it longer doesn't help.
But she said, we'll know now the truth is coming out. My friend's friend was there. She said they weren't Trump supporters that broke into the Capitol.
Yeah, I mean, these are the reports that are coming out, but I'm just saying the mainstream media isn't even talking about it, let alone debating and discussing it. Here, check this out.
You mean the Democratic propaganda machine?
Sometimes they are, and they're not, like take CNN, MSNBC. They're not very shy about where they stand politically, but then you have places like ABC, NBC, CBS,
Yes, yeah.
where they
MSNBC,
where they say, here's just the news, but it seems to be the tense. There is a bias. Now take a look at this one.
Watch Good Morning Vietnam. It's like the guys in there going, what you can and can't report.
Leader McCarthy, leader in the House, said to us he.
Look, I just left the protest at the Capitol building, and I got a big bruise on my leg. I had a difficult time pulling off the act that I was paid to do. And I'm making this video because I want to confess that I was paid to pretend to protest today. I can't say by who, but I will just say that it's a organized effort.
No, it goes deeper than that.
It's got Mary hair going on.
I agree with Lawyer Wayne.
It is way deeper.
I've been talking to some of my sources.
Yeah.
They let me know what's really going on.
See, Lawyer Wayne knows things.
Yeah.
Now, I go to my sources, like the Babylon Bee. Congress upset as they're the only criminals allowed in the Capitol.
Yeah.
I love the Babylon Bee. They're so funny. But, yeah, I'm just saying, because I take a look at what is being put out there, such as, what is this one right here? I believe this is the headlining news of the New York Times, where it says, Trump incites mob.
Unreal.
Okay? That was their headline. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I watched the entire speech to include, let's pull up the Trump quote from Trump, rally at speech, 18 minutes, 16 seconds in. Quote, I know that, let me try that again. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make sure your voice is heard.
But see, the real folks in the crowd know what he really means by that.
That's what
you
they're
don't
trying
understand
to
what's
say.
going on, Joe.
Right.
First off, Trump is a Russian asset. And we've known this from the beginning.
Is
He's
he
working
now?
for Putin. This was
How
an
come your
organized.
boy Mueller couldn't find out anything then?
Because he's so good. This was a cover operation to allow Russian agents into the Capitol building to bug the offices of the opposition.
Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Yes, they're the ones that went in there. So anyone wearing, you had all these people in these flashy outfits with, horns and tattoos on their hands and stuff, and jumping on the seats and stuff.
From what game was that tattoo?
Meanwhile,
by the way?
all the guys in masks and dark clothing and stuff are a bunch of Russian agents. That's what that guy was talking about. What he's paid to do.
Lawyer
Going in
Wayne,
there
I'm trying to make
bug
your
the
business
offices.
credible here, okay?
And it was all.
You're going overboard on your nonsense.
Soviet
there.
Russia, we stormed
It's
building.
just like that TV show, Mr. Robot. Yeah, same
Right.
plot.
Well, I mean,
Good show, guys. By the way.
here I want to show you. I want to show you what. I want to show you what real inciting a riot sounds like.
There she is.
They bug the
If you
podium.
see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant,
Maxine Waters
in a department
from
store,
California, representative.
at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd, and you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
It's a terrible thing to say about Biden's cabinet. Why would she do that?
About anyone's cabinet. About anyone.
He doesn't even have one yet. He's just picking one out.
Unreal.
Does he go to IKEA for that, or?
Oh, let me go back to.
Can't go to, that's foreign companies.
He goes to China for that.
He doesn't have any dealings with foreign companies.
And then another one. Here, check this out. All right. Where there is more footage now. We saw the footage of the police opening the barriers, letting everyone in. And now there's footage coming out where it's saying that the police, the Metro Police there, open up the doors, come on in.
That's why. It's because it was an inside job. Trump is working with the Capitol Police. He told them to stand down so that the agents get in there to plant their bugs and get the computers and all that kind of stuff.
Lawyer Wayne's trolling you right now, my friend.
Not.
Yes,
he is.
Sources. I saw it on the internet.
He's got whistleblowers.
Ooh.
He's not on the internet, Joe.
Yes.
It's real.
Google it.
And here's the thing, too. Again, as they walk past, all of these, the monuments and the pictures, and they don't break any of them.
Because they're the distraction. Those are the actors.
But let's show some pictures from Washington over the summer.
Look at how peaceful that is.
During protests.
So peaceful.
Now, that was a Chinese operation.
Look, they were so cold they built a bonfire. Look at that.
Where you had political leaders saying, yes, your voices need to be heard. When you had media calling out and saying during the summertime, when they were saying, hey, nobody said protests had to be peaceful.
But the thing is, with the Black Lives Matter, it was against police brutality.
Too many see the protests as the problem. No, the problem is what forced your fellow citizens to take to the streets. And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Okay. I mean, that's Chris Cuomo there.
Unbelievable.
From CNN. I'm just saying here.
Maybe Dr. Martin Luther King, who you've venerated forever, has always said that...
The Constitution, I guess, says we have the right to assemble to peacefully.
Good. Oh, my God.
But other than that...
Oh, and did you see this, too? So, they have the curfew in Washington, D.C. currently, right? Well, check out this hotel where a bunch of the rally gatherers booked rooms and stayed at the hotel. So, to enforce the curfew, check out what Metro PD did. Metro Washington, D.C. PD did.
Put a stick between the doors?
That's going to do a whole lot.
It works in the movies.
buffers.
Yeah, it stops the Jason from getting you in the closet. When
you're going to take it down, Joe.
Are they going to take us down? See, Lawyer Wayne does that, so we don't take us down. You know what I mean?
He knows what he's up to.
I'm just going to say this, and we said it even when we figured out how the election was going to go. Neither side was going to win. It's a lose-lose for pretty much everybody.
But
because nobody's going to agree with anybody. I mean, the nice thing with us in this room, we can have peaceful conversations.
How can
and
we
that's
have
the nice
peaceful
thing.
conversations?
But everybody out there, it's just sad to see.
Constant fighting. They want to be angry.
For me, it upsets me seeing it from both sides. It's like, can we just stop and just be Americans? Like, can we just be peaceful with each other? Doesn't matter
United
what side
States,
you're from.
yes.
Yeah, just please, stop.
what bothers me with this is the hypocrisy, like we mentioned before. It's like, so back then, months ago, the protests that they did, or the peaceful protests in quotations, back then that was okay, but this apparently isn't.
Well, and then...
but you have to realize you still have some of the same people that is at this protest that's creating violence was at that protest doing the same thing. At the end of the day, I agree with you. It's like it doesn't matter because this is so much bigger than us as individuals.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about a whole lot of money and a whole lot of control. And now that certain people got so much money don't even matter. Control does.
Always follow the money.
But with all that being said, it's still unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? If you take what happened the other day in D.C., had that been African Americans doing that response would not have been the same.
Not even close.
They would have got slaughtered, literally.
Yep.
And it was just...
Why? Did they get slaughtered during the Black Lives
By
Matter
the media,
riots?
the police.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't even know who's doing what. But had they ran up there like that, if you look at the video with the officer running from people, I like to see what would happen.
Do I got to show you the video of the girl getting shot?
Well, I seen that video. I'm talking about the officer coming upstairs. If he would articulate that he was in fear of his safety.
Yeah, he did look scared, too.
He did look scared.
He looked like...
At first, I'd have been like, he was like, where's my backup?
Yeah.
He had to get to the top floor. If that was me,
I'd have a heart attack,
and my
right?
backup ain't come.
Yeah, I'm like,
I gotta go over 3 flights. Somebody get that. Like, no.
There's no way.
But there is an imbalance to the response of whatever you want to call this or whatever happened 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But it's so much bigger than us.
Yeah, no,
what it is, I can't even define it. I have no damn idea.
I don't disagree with you, but I also say there's an unbalance to the response was to a thing, right? And one thing, the entire city's on fire. Well, not the entire. Okay, that's a gross.
A big part of it.
A very large part of the city and monuments is on fire.
But the thing is,
in another one, we broke a few windows.
Right, but
now, granted, it's the House of Congress, but is that not the people's house?
But the thing is, it wasn't about Donald Trump with Black Lives Matter. It was about
election
brutality.
That's right.
Oh, you're talking about with the right.
With Black Lives Matter, that ain't got nothing to do with voting.
But
that's correct.
Black Lives Matter is all about equal rights.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we having the same rights.
And here's the thing: the argument, the rally, the Stop the Steal, is also about rights, equal rights, about voting rights.
Right, but
you know what I mean?
But you have the same agitators who have the agitator that have this mission to confuse whatever group that has a problem, whether it's Trump supporters or Black Lives Matter. And the same agitators that was at the Black Lives rally was doing the same thing that you see this month. But for whatever reason, like you said, mainstream media is not reporting it. And like what you said earlier, you said you don't know how come we can sit here and have a conversation about it and other people can't? That's the number one damn question.
Yeah.
You know
this
why?
room is full of respect.
Well, here's the thing, because you have conversations with people that have not been exposed to all of the information. They just have been exposed to and given just one side of the story. And so when you finally have a conversation with them, they only have one side of the story in their brain. And they are set in stone. That is it. How dare you? That's why.
By the way, true for both sides.
Yeah, agreed.
It just comes down to being closed-minded.
And not because they're not that way. It's because of what people. Social media is designed to sell you stuff. Period. It's monetization. All right, and what will keep you looking and doing this and look at that. That's how they keep you there, so they can push an ad. And what if you're a hammer? Everything's a nail.
Yeah, same
and
thing.
So
with
they're
media.
showing you nails, folks.
Yep. And
right? They're not giving you all the information.
But can we not agree about when it comes to African Americans in this country? I'm not even talking about law enforcement, assaulting, unarming. I think we have to be at the point now that if you take what happened 8 months ago, take what happened the other day, if you look at the history of African Americans and you look at the knowledge that we have about agitators, you have to come to the conclusion that there is not equal response when someone wants to protest. There clearly is not. I don't know if I'm confused about that.
I hear you. what the common ground is between 8 months ago, which lasted more than a day, okay, which lasted more than 2 hours.
Because the oppression has been lasted for over 400 years.
Understood. But the common denominator between 8 months ago and what happened Wednesday, January 6th, is the instigator, the Antifa.
I agree with that part.
And that's what I'm saying. The Black Lives Matter movement, at least the marches, like take the ones that happened right here in Clarksville, Tennessee. No violence, nothing.
Yeah, I was there. It was very peaceful.
Because you didn't have the guy bringing the Molotov cocktails.
Right.
Exactly.
So what did you have back then? You had the masked bandits, the ones who were skinny and just got out of grandma's basement. Who were ready, and that's not me trying to mock. That's just my vision of Antifa. Sure. And then they show up at these rallies, and they go, "Let's break these windows. Let's get what's in there."
But not even that. They had stuff planted. Do you remember they had the pictures? We seen the pictures. They had bricks planted there. I'm like,
planted.
There's trucks that just pull up.
Right.
You open. There's bricks. There's signs, and everything all planned.
And again, for some reason, media is refusing to highlight that. We are not idiots in here. Well, maybe one of us. Okay? But if we're able to see it, the connection between 8 months ago and this past weekend, two different sides of the spectrum, still one igniting factor, Antifa. Why are they scared of Antifa? Why do they refuse to report on Antifa?
Because look what happened over the summer.
Well, look what's happening now.
Right?
The last Capitol Hill protest. Capitol Hill. No, I'm thinking of Capitol Hill in Seattle. They set up the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, you know?
Yeah.
They go in, kind of like here, the police back off. They let them take over the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone for a month. And they basically create a lawless zone. The police won't go in and do anything about it. But here, this was not an anti-police protest, right? So you think about the police at the Capitol here. They didn't see the people seeing them as the enemies. Those people weren't there to do harm to cops.
Right.
The cops were there to protect Congress. The people weren't even there as far as to do harm to anybody in the sense of, it wasn't like, let's go,
But as a law enforcement officer, you can't think like that.
No,
you really can't.
But if they started,
you don't have that. I'm saying when you have what you have coming at you, you don't even have that luxury to guess.
The guy at the bottom,
but Wayne's talking about two different things.
Well, I'm saying the guys with the shields and the pepper spray and the batons were doing their job whacking those folks, right? But when the leadership, their leadership said, "Back off. We've got everybody in the building secure. We've got all the politicians out of there. Let them come in and run around." And they did. The alternative was, and I wouldn't have faulted them for this, open up fire on them and start blasting everybody that comes through. And they could have had a massacre on their hands if they'd wanted to. But those people weren't coming in, setting fires or trying to hurt people or anything. And they made the decision, instead of turning this into a bloodbath, let's back it off. I don't know if that cop that shot the lady even necessarily intended to. It could have gone off accidentally the way that video went down.
You know what's interesting now too, and Ed Reynolds mentions this on the YouTube feed there. There are now rallies, and it's really interesting in Spain, in Japan, and so many other countries that are pro-Trump rallies. We'll dig into that another day.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up, Dora?
So, and I don't disagree with you whatsoever,
Coach.
Okay, in that
I'm not easily offended.
The reaction at me either. I get offended by people being offended. It's ridiculous. You mentioned that earlier. If that had been black, it would have been a different response. Okay. And I had a great thought. Now it's gone.
Darn.
You over 40, huh?
There it is.
Yeah, well over 50 actually.
Oh yeah, you really.
But
I'll come back to it. But
the fact that they're trying to now utilize this.
I remember now.
Oh, what do you got, Dar?
So you said there was the lady being shot.
Mm-hmm. The unarmed white lady who the media doesn't even cover.
It's like, she was shot. She's passed away, and it's over. Whereas when a black individual, very rightly so, there is anger about them being hurt, put down by the cops or anything and then the next thing you know, we have weeks and weeks. Now, granted, years and years of oppression, I get that, I understand. But we're not living 400 years ago or 100 years ago or even 1 year ago. We're leaving today. And the more we talk about yesterday, the less we can focus on tomorrow because we're still giving. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't exist.
But we're giving it power.
But why is there not the same response in the police killing an unarmed female? Let's take color out of it completely. Why is there not a response from America?
As a
outrage
that
a unarmed
woman,
human being was
Coach,
killed
your
by the police, whereas
Coach, your response. We're running out of time.
You got it. You got it.
Real quick. So the main reason why, just like you said, it's been going on so long, and it has not been documented properly. If you look at our school and textbook, what happened to African Americans has not been documented properly. It's been ignored.
Yeah, they leave out the Democrats.
Right. Well,
I don't disagree.
So, but don't mention your question. You said, why do it keep happening? Why is it drawn out? Because they want acknowledgement. They want acknowledgement about what happened in Rosewood. They want to acknowledge what happened in Mississippi. They want acknowledgement what happened in Black Wall Street. And these things still to this day are not being talked about.
Nope.
And it's like me. Say if I'm your parent, right, and I just keep whooping your ass, but I ain't telling you why I'm whooping your ass. Now you have to figure it out.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. Do we get past it by continuing to talk about the past, or do we move forward by saying, okay, let's leave color, race, gender, everything out of it. If the police kills any unarmed person doing something, that's bad.
Right, but you have to. Wait,
you want to be validated.
Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You have to acknowledge what you did in the past so people can start healing so they can move on.
I acknowledge. Can we move forward?
Coach,
but it's not. But it's not.
All right.
It's not you.
Hold on. We all got to move forward.
No, I meant as a country, not an individual.
I hear you, but we do got to move forward. But Coach, let me just piggyback and answer what your statement was, your question. All right. Here's why I think, as a member who went to school for media and training. All right. Why is it not being pushed or promoted or talked about? Because not only two things. One, you create fear and division. Yeah. And you create attention. And how do you create attention? Fear and division.
That's right.
All right? Let me keep focused on me. Fear, fear, fear. I got the information. If you're feared, come to me. Boom. And that's advertising revenue. No doubt
Bingo.
about it. Okay?
You nailed it, Joe.
And number two, why is it not in the textbooks? Because of the political parties involved.
Mm-hmm. You nailed it, Joe.
For the same reason why 9/11 isn't.
And that's exactly what I wanted to get to.
Exactly.
I agree with that. And you said why we can't move on. I 100% believe that if we could just acknowledge what really happened factually, then people could absorb it, heal it, and move on. Until you do. No, I'm quite confident.
I agree with you.
But it doesn't matter if you just acknowledge it or you acknowledge it. My son, who's 11, should be able to go to school and get real legitimate history, and not me have to provide it for him because they're not being truthful.
So why won't the teachers teach it?
Bingo.
Teachers unions follow the money.
Because you get fired.
Right.
It ain't even about.
And it doesn't follow.
It ain't even about history.
Yeah,
you can't even run amok off the standard.
Right.
Yeah.
I teach criminal justice, and I have to.
Truth wants to be hidden by some people, not by us.
That's right.
And I'm just saying, we can sit here and talk because ain't nobody gonna back up off their perch. Not because we're so individualized that we think that we can't be wrong. But I have my point of view. You had your point of view. But I want to listen to your point of view.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm an independent, and clearly, most of y'all are Trump supporters, right?
No.
I'm a Kamala Harris.
I'm a Constitution supporter.
Yeah, I support the Constitution.
Constitution, period.
Most people will say, what the hell you doing going up in that show?
Right.
I can stand my ground. I'm not afraid.
Right.
And I'm not mad because at the end of the day, I can have a damn conversation and we can go drink some wine too.
I know.
And this is what, and this goes
Or
back.
have a White Claw.
And this goes back to my point of saying this is why people like us, we can come together and talk about it. But you try to do it in the real world where people have their strong opinions out there and they bump heads.
Or even just on social media.
Or just on social media.
Is a train
what we're
wreck.
talking about is
you
the
lose
definition of
family
democracy.
because of your discussions with politics and all that stuff.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
This is good, Joe. Good one.
We got to move forward. We got to. I am so behind.
We always behind.
Let's talk about how much we're. It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.